We are live. Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm so excited to have a guest on my channel this morning, the lovely Emilia, whose channel I will not attempt to pronounce. I'm going to leave that to Emilia. But I did put in the description box below a link to her channel as well as a translation, which is a uniquely beautiful life. And today I want to share with you the most incredible gift that Emilia has sent to me. And so a warm welcome to you, Emilia.
Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here. And about that channel name, it's Harvinaisen kaunis elämä.
Harvinaisen.
Yes, kaunis elämä. it's
Harvinaisen kaunis elämä.
Yes, yay!
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So how did Sadhana and Emilia connect? That is, I'm going to share that with you first. So Emilia, I'm presuming, was watching my YouTube page and made contact with me. And Emilia's been taking some of my classes, and it's been such a pleasure to connect with her that way. She is such a diligent student and so very thoughtful, and we have had some incredible conversations. And I don't know how long it's been, Emilia. Do you remember when you started watching my channel?
I think it was a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I found your channel because I was searching for something Shadowscape tarot related. I think videos or something, and I stumbled upon your channel, and I loved your gentle voice and calm way of, and really heartfelt way of explaining things. And here I am.
And here you are. And here you are. Yeah. And, it's funny because I feel exactly the same way when I listen to your channel. Your voice is so soothing. I could just have you in the background and just listen, listen to you. It's wonderful. And also when you get so excited and you laugh. And I love that delight that you share on your channel. So it's amazing. It's amazing. So I want to welcome those people who are here watching live. And Saskia is from Greece, and Johanna is here from Finland, and Pineapple Gale, let us know where you are from. Welcome. And Uti, is that how you say your name? From Finland? So welcome to you. And those of you that are in the background, not chatting, a warm welcome to you as well, too. And Tina, hello. So it's so wonderful to have followers of Emilia's channel here. And yeah, so very excited. I don't know if you want to talk crafting first or you want to talk about tarot first, because we have so many things to share. And if you look at Emilia's background in her room, you can just get a sense of the quality of life and her many, many skills. And it's just so pretty. It's so pretty and so beautiful. And so, you know what? I'm just going to start and comment, and let's all just have a chat because this is extraordinary. So I received this large parcel from Emilia. It came on New Year's Eve, I believe. So this perfect New Year's gift. And in this box, there were innumerous little tiny pouches that, have you ever tried to make dolls clothing or something like that? Like, this is extraordinary. These are all hand stitched and lined with these little, very skillful fingers. And I'm just gobsmacked at Emilia's patience and um, these tiny little creations. My goodness, Emilia, you must have the most dexterous little fingers. This one's a little larger, but
I
I've
used to
never seen
have.
such tiny things.
Really? Well, I used to do dollhouse things. I I have my Tuscan dollhouse I have built with these hands. Uh, but these days my coordination skills aren't that great, so those for me are not that delicate, and and you know it's just something crumbly.
Well, I want you to know that I appreciated every little detail because I have crafted my whole life, never with this kind of detail, different kinds of projects. I have been sewing for a long time. I absolutely love fabric and appreciate. So you have a very appreciative recipient of this generous gift. Welcome to Heli as well too, and Tina. And these little recycled matchboxes. I'm assuming they're recycled.
Yes, yes.
They gave me so much joy. It's like um, there is a book called The Borrowers. I can't tell you the author, but it was a book that really had an impact for me as a child, and
Oh yes,
it's about people that live below the
yes,
floorboards,
yes. I
and
love that book. Yes.
they take things like buttons and matchboxes from the humans that live above the floor, and they create this wonderful world. Well, I imagine that such a thing as this lives below the floor, and um, so these matchboxes are covered in paper and then lace. And inside each of these matchboxes was gemstones, little treasures for me to enjoy. And every package was intricately wrapped. And so it took me 2 days to open this box. And that was a rush because I and then I read the letter several times. So thank goodness for the letter because this beautiful handwritten letter helped me to understand all that I was opening. So
Sorry about that. I felt like I was, doing a research paper with all the footnotes. You know, when you open that box, you will find and
yes.
all the details.
No, but it was so greatly appreciated. And I'll tell you something. Amelia tumbles her own stones. And I have coveted a tumbler for some time. So do you have a large machine? Do you have a hand tumbler? Do you plug it in?
We have well, I have dreamed about one for years, and last summer my husband finally bought us one for me and our daughter, and because he's really considering everything he does. He searched for you know the best possible option, and I think it's something that will last forever. But there are two um, barrels. I think, well, enough for our purposes because we tumble only for our own treasures, nothing to sell or anything. So it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to do that. But our daughter says that we really should sample all the rocks outside on our road. So it will take a while.
Oh, and I totally understand because sometimes I'm always out in the forest with the dogs, and sometimes I will pick up a rock and it will be green, and I'm thinking, wow, I have found a large chunk of Canadian jade, but I have no idea because it would need to be cleaned and tumbled for weeks. I mean, a piece this big, you would need a very,
Oh,
very large machine.
yes.
So, oh, I totally, totally understand. It's yeah, how special. How special. What a special husband you have.
Yes, I do. And all my lovely Finnish friends there knows that too. They all they all really know how special Tero is, my husband.
And the Finnish friends that are in the chat, are they from your town or have you met them through your channel?
Um, there are my lovely friends through crafting. Um, we share the love for crafting. They are from our Facebook group or from my some can I say you are my students, my friends and my students.
Well, what an extraordinary teacher you have. I mean, the gift for all of the gift that she must give you. Yeah, on a daily basis or a weekly basis or monthly basis whenever you gather. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to also take an opportunity to pause here and say that Amelia is not without her challenges physically, mentally, to to manage to finish a project from beginning to end, or to, certain pauses may arise because of how you are feeling. Can you tell us a little bit about your health?
Well, first of all the friends that are here watching do know my struggles because, and they know that I struggle with finishing projects, and we have to postpone something, or it takes several months before I can do another online course or something because of my health issues. But it's well. Long story or short story because you know my life hasn't been that uh, without some problems with health issues. I don't know. Well, I have always have had something because I have some um, genetic uh, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is something to do with soft tissue. It doesn't work. So that's one. And joints are always constantly, um, well, they don't stay in place. But it's something that's I have born with that. So it's something I'm used to. When I wake up, I always say I'd have to um, put my spine together before I can before I can stand. But that's normal. But then I got a brain injury. I think that was what was um, the thing that kept put everything in motion in 2012 when I was pregnant with our daughter. I got
Did
a
you fall?
brain injury. No, it was most stupid accident ever. It wasn't even romantic. you know, nothing like it. It was the car, the back of our car, to hold the things, you know, what's the thing that holds them when they are up? I forgot
Like
the word.
like a roof, like a roof rack?
Yeah, yes, yeah, it just fell down right to my head with a metal lock part right in the middle of my head. Um, and I fell, I lost consciousness, and um, and then I spent next 7 months strictly lying in bed because I was pregnant, and that was the only thing I was allowed to do. I lost my memory, most parts of my memory, and a lot of things, and that caused the myasthenia gravis and other neurological issues.
And you lost your
One of them.
speech?
Not entirely, but that came later when I got my first stroke in, well, a couple of years later. I couldn't speak Finnish for 1 year. It was a horrible thing with small children to have a mother who sounded like she was speaking like she was a Russian, Swedish, Estonian, German mixture of things, trying to learn Finnish. And the only way I could speak to my children was by singing them um, in Finnish. But otherwise, I just spoke English. And it's easier for me to write in English and I think in English. And so
Easier in English than in Finnish. Wow.
easier in English. It's somehow, I don't know what happened.
Did you grow up speaking English?
No,
No.
no, it's it that's something doctors always ask me because it's but I was writing my PhD when I got the brain injury, and it was in English, and I was actually writing presentation for Oxford University, and that kind of knacks me still, that I couldn't finish it. My
Do you think you might
presentation
go
was
back and finish that someday?
no, no. I'm a pensioner now. It's I completely lost. I tried several years to stay in the university world, and my boss and my professor was just absolutely wonderful. But because I forgot every single sentence I had just written, and I had to, you know, it was just impossible. And I was lying in bed for maybe 4 hours with my oxygen mask on, and then trying to 15 minutes to do my work and then lie back again, and I had already forgotten everything. It's just didn't work. So
What was the what were you what was the topic of your thesis?
it was the urban culture of the Iron Age, early Iron Age, Israel, in northern Israel and Syria. And it was just the most fascinating topic of all times. And it was something that really was at the time, it was something different, something that was not done what I did in my PhD. And I actually wrote my MA thesis without permission, anew, right at the moment when I had I had a deadline that I should give them to my give it to my professor, and then I went him and said that I sorry, but I had to write it anew because I had this brilliant idea in the middle of the night about the who was behind that uh, culture that was never supposed to be there, and I hit a jackpot with that, and we got funding from Academy of Finland, and and it's one of the most extraordinary things in my life that I can be grateful that I was able to experience it, be part of that, writing history anew for a while, and then then I forgot it. But
So we should call you Dr. Tapiola.
no, I never was able to finish my thesis because
But still, you
no,
deserve that
no,
sort of a
no,
title.
no, 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 no. But maybe so long that was my goal. That was the thing I wanted.
Mhm.
But then I had to tell myself that no, that's not, titles do not define me. It's it's me underneath that matters, and that's how it is.
Well, the gifts that you have shine through in every way, and your intelligence, your experience shines through in all of our classes. It's such a pleasure.
Sorry.
The questions that you ask, the connections that you make, it really is extraordinary. And I want to welcome. There's other people coming in. Welcome to Ritva, and Maravi is here, and Janine is here. Janine is from the U.S. and Heli. Welcome to all of you. And Helen is here. And Helen, you are in Estonia. I'm not sure. Oh, you might be a different Helen, but welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. So should we look at a few more goodies? Um, let's go to the main project, shall we? And maybe Emilia, you can um, comment on some of the pieces that are a part of this. So this journal, oh my goodness, I'm going to show you from the side the extraordinary number of pages that are here in this book of lace and driftwood. Emilia, Sadhana loves driftwood. I have driftwood all over my home, and I mean this would be better to show in a top down screen. But tell us about the quotes that you have included in this journal.
Well, actually, did I think I told you that, well, in the letter, but yes, about the quotes. There are all my lovely friends know that they are all, you can guess, they are Nightwish quotes. So that um well, I I have to rewind that and concentrate. I remember Sadhana told me, or told us in some of her class, or some in some kind of live. I don't remember in which video. I remember her saying that she doesn't um, necessarily like at all for metal music. And I thought, well, I have this one band in mind, this one Finnish band that I love quoting, and and I started doing her this journal, and somehow these quotes started to creep in, and in the end, I made, made her a journal that is kind of metal music themed. So I'm sorry,
Oh,
but
it's just extraordinarily beautiful. It's such a treasure. And Pineapple Gail has a question. Did you Write the
Uh,
quotes or stamp them.
I wrote the quotes. I think I don't remember actually. Did I wrote? I have all typed them with my, this antique typewriter here. But I don't remember if I. Some of them I may have written directly on the page, but mostly I may have actually made it sure that yes, sorry, I have typed them to a transparent sticker paper and then glued them to the paper because pages because I had already made the journal and then added the quotes, but they have all um, typed one letter by letter in there.
So, did you type them on something like this?
Yes. Well, that's a tea bag.
This is a tea bag.
Yes, that's a tea bag, and and I just laminated it because I was absolutely certain it will otherwise break down if I don't laminate it because it's tea bags they doesn't last that long.
Look at this. It's a bookmark. It's beautiful. Uh, this is a collection of your works, and I think is a deep reflection of your care and your detail to everything that you do. And I am so humbled to receive something like this. I mean, this is something that you could put in a museum. I mean, it's so extraordinary. Have you made books like this for other people?
Yes, I have, and actually, actually, my friends who are in the chat, some of them, I think all of them have been in a class that I have teach making such journals, and also Johanna has here. Yes, they know the story. I'm not good at stamping at all, which is kind of funny because we had, we still have the paper garden uh, brand with my husband, but we uh, ended the web shop, but and sold the um, equipment that we did made um, stamps, rubber stamps, and I designed quite a few stamps, but I have never learned to actually make nice stamp uh, prints. It's not for me.
Well, it's a labor of love to make stamps. It is. Yes. And I have trauma from that kind of crafting, so it's most definitely not in my wheelhouse, as they say. Yeah. Yeah. So this is something that I will be looking at and gazing at and put in a very special place and make sure it's also protected because I think it's something that anyway, I'm so very, very grateful for your work. Yeah. Uti, Emilia has taught us to make these kind of books, but Emilia's books are unique. All the little details, the little charms, it's extraordinary. Yeah. So, Emilia, should we talk about Night Wish?
Absolutely. Of course. Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So, you mentioned that many of these quotes are from Night Wish. Oh, okay. So, Amelia, shall you tell this funny story about what it
Yes.
is I have here.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Yes.
so no, this is a treasure. I am so I'm okay, here. Let me go. So those of you that read the tarot, you can see here. Well, explain, Amelia.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I while made the when I had made the book, the art journal for Sadhana, I thought that, well, because these quotes are much more, um, well, there is more to these than the quotes only, and I wanted to send you the whole lyrics of each song, uh, which I had quoted in that art journal, and I made sure that I put them in right order and made a neat little printed a neat little book to accompany the art journal, and then I made another one for myself, which wasn't identical because there were a lot more quotes and songs and all kind of stuff in there. Um, and then mine was full of notes regarding tarot and which was the performance I was thinking was the best for each song and all kinds of stuff, and I mixed up and I sent to send my book to Sadhana, and I found hers um, neat and unmarked book in here after I had sent it to Canada. My my
So,
oh,
you know what
yeah.
I think that I am going to copy your notes because some of your notes are very precious, and I will send it back to you because I think it's a
No,
treasure
you
that you
don't.
should have back.
Well, you know, don't need to because I made I already made another one. It's without covers, but I think you can see it's already full of notes. So
Okay. Okay.
so you can keep those notes. I
Okay.
would really be interested to hear though what you make of them. You know, those songs compared to tarot, because for others, I there are my notes on every song which to which tarot cards I think they are connected to in my mind. So
So this is a Nightwish playlist, and
what?
I've been listening to some of the songs on Spotify,
Yay! Yay!
and just while I was waiting to come on, I was listening to what's playing now, Story Time. Um, there's it's haunting. Haunting is a great descriptor. And yes, I will over time give you some feedback on that. But this is a new group to me, and I have listened to your excitement about Nightwish and seen some of your reactions on your channel, a few minutes of them, because it doesn't mean much to me because I'm not a fan of Nightwish, and this is something that I'm very, very curious about. So, yeah. Okay. Tell the train
Yes.
story, Amelia.
Um, I just I have to take just a moment.
Okay. And
My
also,
train. Yes.
also, um, did you make the video, the interpretation of the album cover? Did you finish that? Did you do that?
No, 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 not yet.
Not yet.
But I think I have to. But this is train that I made about this is a Red Bull bottle, this, and all the rest are cardboard from, I think, I don't remember, but it's something. Well, it's trash basically, and I did this when I started my listening to Nightwish, this Finnish symphonic heavy metal band. That is so not like me, but I love the lyrics, and I wanted a train so that I could hop on and maybe uh, truly to hop on a train, and I made this. And I have promised to my friends that I would do another one in a live video so everyone could see how I do this. But
What did you cover? What did you cover it with?
there is well, uh, black gesso and paints, and then there are um, pen nib here and some um, bottle um, parts, and there is even a seashell in here. All kinds of stuff.
Wow. Yes, and I did see the train, and I saw in one episode you said, "Well, let's hop back on the Nightwish train," and you were using the train as part of your storytelling. So this woman is also an incredible storyteller. So please be sure to check out her channel. Um, I would like to hop into your garden.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your garden, Emilia?
Um. Well, I don't have any pictures to show you right now, but well, we live here in southern
What are we
Finland.
looking at here, Amelia?
My tea herbal tea mixture, maybe with all lovely things from our garden, mints and roses and lavender and I think
I have never smelt a more delicious herbal tea ever. This is
really,
really, and
really.
I've told you one of my daughters makes teas. And her teas, she also has training in Chinese medicine, so there's always something in it that's just awful
Don't
because it's
tell
good
her.
for you. Because it's good for you.
But
Um,
that's also good for you.
well, yes, of course it's good for you, but it also smells so beautiful, and you want to drink it. Yeah. Okay, so I
Yes,
interrupted.
I
Tell me
have.
about all of the herbs in your garden.
Well, somehow we live in a really special spot on this planet in here because Finland is rather up north, and on these levels we don't usually have, for example, lavender or not, perhaps even chamomile. Um, they just freeze every year. But in this garden, there is something magical. I have always said that there is some magic in this garden because there are so many things that grow here. Yes, Johanna, I do. And also in my liquor, I make them really, really healthy ones so that they are full of herbs. So that if we have a flu or stomach ache or migraine or something, I always ask my family to uh, take a sip from my liquor. But so yeah, our garden is a really special place where we can grow things that normally would not grow in Finland, or recover each spring. And so I'm really happy about that because I have 8 or 10 maybe different kind of mints, for example, that I can use in my teas and in my creams or facial oils or so. It's a lovely place to be and just sit in there and enjoy and talk to the plants.
So we touched earlier on your health. So with your
Mhm.
mobility, how do you harvest? How do you have the energy to be out there in the garden and harvesting?
That's my main goal each year. That's the that I can go for a walk in the forest just behind our backyard, and then that I can each day each day according to the moon phase, because I'm really careful with harvesting times to be exactly right, because that's how the smell and the taste and all the goodies in there are there, because I'm so strict about the place of the moon and time of the day when I harvest them. But it's a slow process. Our garden knows that I need time, and I can do it only bit by bit. And they produced everything just, in perfect order.
Do you harvest chamomile and different mints at different times?
Yes, actually, I do harvest. I start harvesting as soon as I think last summer. I was able to do the first harvest even before midsummer, in the mid of June, because the season started so early. So each month, each full moon time, a couple of days on either side, I harvest, and then I let them grow again and tell them to be brave and kind and and, and grow nicely and strongly, and they do.
And you you don't use greenhouses?
We do have a greenhouse, but there's only grape vines and roses and tomatoes in there.
So the
Everything else
herbs,
in
everything is
are
outside.
outside in nature. That's how I think they are at their best in there.
Oh, okay. So here's another little treasure.
Hella hoiva.
This is just an incredible salve. You can see that I've had my fingers in here already. And I don't know if you call it a salve, but that's what I call it, a salve.
Mhm.
And
Yes,
it is just so nourishing. This time of year, the backs of my hands are so dry, and wow, this is really beautiful. What is the base of your salve?
beeswax,
Beeswax.
local beeswax, that I use also in the candles that I make.
So is there a one of your neighbors, do they have bees?
And no, but a friend nearby has, and I have tried to. My cousin makes the most delicious honeys I have ever tasted, and I have asked him several times if he would maybe um,
Hmm.
ask some of the bees to move here, but maybe someday.
Mm.
That would be really, really lovely.
Well, I'm sure that the bees somewhere are appreciating all of your herbs and your flowers, or they wouldn't be flourishing the way that they do.
Mm,
So these little candles are from the same source?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and the oil. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I have to tell you something. So in Canada, when we send a parcel, there are a list of questions. Of course, does it contain any explosives? Does it contain any weapons or essential oils?
Really?
Really? So from Canada, you can't send essential oils, even to the United States. So in a local parcel, you can in within Canada because there's no customs form. But that's one of the weird questions. So it was such a joy to receive contraband from Finland.
Oh my God, I didn't know.
Can you read the name, please?
Um, Puhdistava kasvoöljy.
What does
It
that
means
mean?
cleansing facial oil. So I use that to remove all my makeup, and also just every night to I use that as a showering oil. Uh, And basically every time I go to a sauna, I add I massage it to my hair and skin all over, and then I go to a relaxing sauna for I don't know, a lot of Celsius degrees, and and let it really sink in.
Do you have a sauna in your property?
Yes, I think all, not maybe all, but all Finns have.
All
Do
Finns have.
we? Yes, yes, we have. It's it's something we all have saunas in our homes, even in I think we have.
And is it inside the home or is it an external building?
Inside usually, although Johanna, my friend here, has an outside building. We might have um, outside buildings, special saunas, and then we have inside our houses too. And usually it's even a wood burning sauna, so it's a real treasure.
Mm. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay. So I told you this box was just loaded with treasures, treasure after treasure. And tell me about the hagstone you sent me. Did you go to the UK or
Yes,
did you? So let me. I don't know if you can see. This is a hagstone that Amelia sent me.
yes, it's um accidentally popped into my pocket uh, on the beach in the UK.
Are you not
It's
allowed to remove them?
nope. I
Oh,
heard afterwards.
oops.
Yes, uh, yeah, but really, because we have been there, I think in the UK, in England actually, in the southern coast, entire coastline. We have covered the entire coastline of England. Um, our family just loves spending time on the beaches there, and we have seen tons of people picking stones, and we have picked. Oh, thank you, Gale. Um, we have picked our favorite ones, and then only I think it was sixth after our sixth time there, we heard that it's not allowed, and I'm really sorry. You might have an illegal stone,
So
hagstone.
I have two pieces of contraband in the parcel.
I'm a rebellious soul. Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it. And okay, so this is a piece of spectrolite, which is Finnish labradorite. And you wrote a lovely description here, as well as a longer description in your letter. And the also with did you have an intention of my astrology as well too in selecting this for me?
No, no, because
No.
I no no it was a lovely surprise to read that it's associated to Leo, because it just I wanted to find a spectrolite for you because it's a Finnish stone, and then I found out that it's associated to two astrological signs: Capricorn, me, and Leo, you, and it was just
It's
really
like
funny.
it's our connection. It's so beautiful. And I just loved the story of and you can tell it more detail, the god who gifted this to his wife to show that there was always light in Finland. In the darkness, there was always light. And that story is just, it's so beautiful. Do you remember the
Yes,
story?
um,
I can find it.
I do. Ukko is the main god in Finnish pantheon. He's a storm god and the god of the sky. And when he married Rauni,
Rauni, the fire goddess.
yes, yes, she was really upset because it was so dark and miserable and cold in here, and and he created this stone, according to mythology, that to show her that this dark could still hold light in it, because the spectral light is full. It has the all colors of the whole spectrum. It's like a rainbow in it, and it's just so wonderful. I really love that story too.
I loved, yeah, the stories are a treasure that you shared. And there's so many beautiful connections. And I also, my moon is in Capricorn. So
Really.
yeah. So we have several powerful connections. And your, um, can I say, pride and research um, of your country and its mythology also. And I don't know if Saskia is still here, but I know Saskia has this deck, and I've seen you in the chat talking about this tarot deck with Saskia. And I have very slowly, so yes, and I also received a tarot deck. I also received a tarot deck from Emilia. And I have very, very slowly been going through drawing some cards. And it's funny, because I have been doing a series I just finished Top Tarot Minors. I was looking at the Queen and King of Pentacles, and in one of those stories is your surname.
Yes, it is. It is.
Explain.
Yeah, Tapio is the king of the forest in Finland. Tapio. It's and Tapiola is my surname, and Tapiola means, his kingdom. It's 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 his kingdom, king forest. But it's his. I think that's not my maiden name. So that's my husband's surname. But my maiden name was Lehtola, which is, you could say, you know kind of place of meadows or something. So really, really from a meadow or of sorts to a forest. It's a lovely one for me. But
So
yeah,
you
it's
married the king of the forest.
yeah, yes,
Hmm.
I did. Yes, I did, and it's wonderful. It's birds do come to greet him every time he goes outside, and they come knocking on his window. Uh, it's just amazing to watch him in the nature. It's I do have a special husband.
And I received this lovely charm. So, for those of you that are in Finland and don't know me, my name is Sadhana because that name was gifted to me by my guru in India. So, I was initiated into the Satyananda lineage, and so when well, these days most I go by Sadhana most of the time. Sadhana is was my name that I was given in 2012. And at first, I really didn't embrace it because it carries a lot of weight, that name. Like, if I had been given the name, like, I use the name Lily because my birth name, Susan, means lily. And I thought if I was given a lighter Sanskrit name, that it would be easy to embrace. But sadhana carries much responsibility, I feel. And I really didn't like it. And it took me some time to claim it. And so once I claimed it, it's like, okay, I'm going to work with this name and I'm going to understand why I was gifted this name. And so, sorry, this is a long, convoluted story. So when I saw this treasure, it reminded me so much of India because there is so much beautiful brass jewelry in India and lots of beautiful things with sort of chandelier style. So immediately, aesthetically, I was just so attracted to it. And it also has, you can see it has a crescent moon on it. Oh, we're so bad with my camera. You can see the crescent moon shape. And this is a very powerful symbol for me because in working with and teaching chakra sadhana and chakra psychology and helping people to unpack the energy of the sacral chakra, I've really sort of taken this on as an energy. And so it was such a powerful gift at so many layers to receive. And then this is a charm of a moon goddess, right?
Yes, Buddha. Yes,
Yeah.
moon goddess.
Yeah. And it sits perfectly, right in my cleavage, right at this place where it's home, it's lovely. So um yeah.
And thank you so much, Saskia, for being here. Thank you.
Yes, it must be nighttime for Saskia, bedtime soon. Saskia is one of my former tarot students as well too, and been a follower of my channel for some time, and really appreciate Saskia. She's also a wonderful soul, very connected to energy and art. So good night, Saskia. Yeah. So Emilia, yeah. So that piece um, connects with me deeply.
It's
Thank you.
it's it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Let's see how it goes. I my my what's this? iPods are saying that they are needing recharging, so I have to put them off. So I hope I can hear you when I change this to to um well
Okay. Well, okay, I'm going to glance around here because there are so many lovely treasures on my table. Oh, I also received smudge sticks. This was the package. You know Mary Poppins and that bag that Mary Poppins unpacks, and it's like it never ends. Well, that was what it was like opening this gift box from Emilia. It was like gift after gift after gift. And then there was this funny note with these smudge sticks that said, "Don't burn them inside." And I laughed because I have two daughters that also make smudge sticks, and often they had best not be burnt inside. Um, so we have a lovely pot outside our front door, and smudging often happens at the outside the front door because smudge sticks are a little too powerful to be inside. Yeah, not everyone appreciates that degree of smoke. Yeah. So this whole magical box that you sent me, full of love and care and detail and connection and history, um, just so grateful. Just so grateful. Thank you, Emilia. Okay. So because Amelia's lost her earbuds, I can't hear you now. So your sound is off. So I do want to wind up this time together. And Amelia, you stay on. We'll chat after for a few minutes. But thank you to all of you who are here. And for those of you that are not in Finland and following Amelia already, her links are below. And please have a look at what she's putting out there, because she is so entertaining and lovely to listen to. And yeah. And like I said, too, I love the bursts of laughter and the joy and all of that as well. So yeah. So thank you, Amelia, and thank you to all of you. And I hope that some of you will wander over to visit me as well, too, sometime on my channel. Thank you so much. Blessings. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.